What is going on? I am zmoT. We are here in widescreen on the War Factory day. Now, I am 2 hours and 48 minutes late. My sincerest apologies. Thanks for your patience. You guys always give me crap when I say sorry, but too bad. You're getting it anyways, because that's what Canadians like to do. Anyways, we're going to do War Factory. We're going to do it in widescreen format. People have been digging it. Everyone seems to be pretty happy with it. Let's have a quick look at the War Factory, see what we've got. We've got some shield gens, always a plus. They look like they've got somewhere in the neighborhood of 116,000-ish, I think that is. Too much for us low levels to barrage, so we're not going to be doing that. We've got two lasers in here. If you're not familiar with this layout, this is the exact layout that the War Factory level 45 that you need to use to unlock Everspark. Not exactly, because they've changed some things, but these lasers definitely need to go the heck away. We need to get rid of probably 2 rocket launchers, I'm thinking. Only 2, these 2 right here. And let's have a quick look at the tribes. I have not heavy damage. We're not going to boost that. Not going to boost that, so we'll deal with that later. Not important for this video whatsoever. Let's do a quick hit here. We're going to mark this rocket launcher. We're going to throw Everspark over into like here. We'll just ride the Grappler Express. Maybe. Oh, as long as she doesn't get shot. Look at that. Now, she got shot in midair, so that was not a great start. That was probably the worst possible start we could have done. I was kind of wondering if that might happen. Anytime you're using the Grappler Express, you need to be a little bit more careful than I was there. Hopefully we can get rid of these lasers and not make this attack a complete waste of time. Man, I missed the artillery tribe already. I have to actually think now, and GBE is short sometimes. So there's that. We got rid of stuff. I mean, that was at least we marked the one rocket launcher, and yeah, not the greatest hit. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way. Do not need to do it that way at all. That was kind of ridiculously dumb, as a matter of fact. We're going to push the button, flare that back rocket launcher, and then just get walking. And hopefully, I was kind of worried about those boom mines, but it looks like they're not anywhere in our concerned area. Now, obviously, because we've got that second rocket launcher marked, nothing else has been damaged. When we push the button right now, we should double hack, and those doom cannons will quickly take care of those rocket launchers. So there's that. Now we're going to throw one barrage on the lesser of the damaged 2 lasers. Hopefully we get both of them. Yes, we did. Now it's just a matter of clearing some stuff. We're going to, for the sake of simplicity, we're going to use all of our remaining GBE, and we're going to throw it on this laser. Based on every War Factory we've done in the past, people have a huge problem smoking troops around lasers. I personally would not remove that laser. If you're comfortable around lasers, if you're comfortable with your smoking, don't bother removing that laser. But we're going to go ahead and remove it just to make things ever so slightly easier. Now we're going to drop Everspark underneath smoke here. We're going to press the button, and we're going to flare that. What is that thing called? That shock launcher right in there. And then we're going to go like so. Now, nothing over here is damaged. That boom cannon is damaged, but it's too far away, so we should be able to double hack as long as that sniper tower is not in range, which we're going to find out very, very quickly here. No, it wasn't perfect. So I just eyeballed the range. 10.5 is Everspark's range, and I got a little bit lucky there. Now we're going to barrage this laser beam right here. Low level laser beam, thankfully, level 1. So again, only had, I think it had somewhere in the neighborhood of 50,000 health. If you need to know how much health it has, just check yourself or check earlier in the video. I totally forgot to check that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to mark the shock blasters. And this is important because you don't want your troops to start focusing on boom cannons. If your troops start shooting at boom cannons, you're probably going to be not terribly happy. So we're going to mark the shock blasters. And that way when we park our troops right about there, they're going to actually attack the things we want them to attack. So far so good. I mean, is that 2 or 3 attacks? Let's have a look here. That's 3 attacks that are very, very mediocre. Nothing overly difficult there. If you have enough GBE, you can probably pull that off without even thinking about it. Now what we need to do is make sure that there's going to be no laser beams. If there's a laser beam somewhere that's going to be activated by a grappler or by a critters walking towards the core, looks like we've gotten rid of every single laser beam on the entire map, so that's great. Shield 1.4 million, something like that. So we're just going to walk with Everspark and Zookas. Now you don't need to smoke shore here. There's nothing that ranges shore. So if you're very, very low on GBE, just let the snipers take a few. Maybe we should just do that. You know what? Let's just do that. We're going to walk right along the shore and just see how it goes without any sort of smoke. You'll notice that not a big deal here. Like we're losing 1 or 2 Zookas at a time. And then we're going to throw a smoke right there in that corner before the shock blaster gets super upset at us. And then we're going to flare ready to go. Just keep it super, super simple, especially if you're low on GBE. Once they start walking, throw your last 2 smokes together, and Bob's your uncle. I don't have an Uncle Bob. Maybe you do. If you do have an Uncle Bob, please let me know in the comments. Now, if you're wondering why the heck we have Miss Everspark with us, it's all about her free critters. All her critters are going to do, assuming she doesn't die in the first little bit, is just keep our troops alive. And that's fairly important. I mean, it's not super, super critical, but it is nice to not lose troops. So we're going to walk over to here because those cannons over there are absolutely useless, and they're very close to that rocket launcher. Now that we're over here, you'll notice we're not losing any Zookas because those critters are taking shots to the face for us. Do critters have faces? I guess they kind of do. And now that I've stopped zooming in and out, I'm just going to let them work their way towards the core. Everything should be all good here. We're going to shock this sniper tower in here. Let our Zookas walk forward a little bit. We got tons and tons of GBE. And so they're going to walk forward a tiny bit. And once those sniper towers are gone, we're going to run away very, very quickly. And that's it. I mean, we could click the hack button, and at that point, Everspark's going to walk forward and hack that one sniper tower, but those grapplers might grab her. So we're not going to do that. If you might want to do that, I don't really know if that's a great idea or not. Let's throw the rest of our GBE on that sniper tower, see if we can't get rid of it. Probably not. Nope. Came pretty close, but not quite there. Zookas are going to burn the core, though. Very, very straightforward war factory. Those lasers have fairly low health, not a huge, huge concern. Come on. Here we go. And that's it. There goes war factory. Let's press the hack button. Let's see if we were going to lose Everspark. So far, so good. She didn't get grabbed. So maybe you want to hack that sniper tower. Maybe not. Overall, fairly straightforward war factory. Not a big deal whatsoever. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Let's switch to the main account. Might as well give it a shot. If we're going to go widescreen, we might as well do it in grand fashion. I don't think I have a blank screen. We'll have to wait and see if that is actually going to work or not. But I'll be back in just 2 seconds. Sorry if my widescreen looks terrible here. Need to put the blank screen on, otherwise people are going to try and hack my account. It's so super annoying. Back in 8 seconds. And we're back. I clicked the change name button by accident, so I had to quickly press cancel about 20 times in a row. Now, let's just... I don't know what troops to use. I'm kind of tempted to use all heavies just for the lulz, but... you know what? Let's just do all heavies. It's ridiculous, but at the same time, there are a bunch of lasers which shouldn't bother them at all, and a bunch of grapplers which will make for some interesting comedy. Let's try to solo this with all heavies. Now, I am legitimately going to try and solo this with all heavies. I kind of highly doubt that it's possible, but maybe it is. We're going to bring we're going to bring Everspark. Why Everspark, you might be asking, is because I want her free critters and probably should be using Brick, but whatever. Chances of us actually pulling this off are, I should say, about 1 in a quadrillion. By the way, my son's favorite number. Let's get walking and rolling. Dropping outside the smoke. My first smoke, I'm pretty certain, was way too far to the right. So we've already lost some of our heavies. So that's why I dropped Everspark early on, trying to save some of my troops. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Always 3 smokes when using smoky heavies. And the reason for that is because they just spread out so ridiculously much. We're going to hack that shock launcher, throw a shock, and go like this right here. Not a great start. Look at this, just sawing logs, nothing going away at all. Like that shock launcher is going to come back and haunt us in about 3, 2, 1. Had to barrage it down, and now, see, this is why you don't use all heavies. All heavies on a standard walk PvP base, sure, not handy at all here. So that was absolutely useless for us, and let's not do that again. My apologies. First I was late, then I tried all heavies. So what we can do, let's just do some warrior. Let's give some warriors some love here. We'll just work our way through the troops, hopefully getting the base down before we run out of ideas. Barraging, 1.3 something million, not gonna go down in 1. I would put the likelihood at about 0.001%, but might as well try it. Now we're gonna go right to here, and now we're gonna flare right to there, trying to keep a nice smooth angle and get Brick right up close against the headquarters. Come on, Brick, get there before everything turns on us. Battle orders, critters, shocks, more critters, and we're doing pretty good here. Look at those dudes crushing the headquarters, doing pretty good damage. Realistically, if you're going to use warriors, you're just going to use 2 attacks and just barrage all of the shield gens. Not what I chose to do. So all heavies, all warriors. Let's get some other troops in here and see what we can do. What other troop combos do I have here? We've got no, we're not doing the never ending. Let's go like this. We're gonna do heavy Zooka. We will try a heavy Zooka hit. Now I never ever use bullet and the bottle with heavy Zooka, so this is going to be slightly different than anything I would ever play. I'm not sure, that must have been from my Mega Crab. I probably used that troop loader on Mega Crab just to keep Bullet alive. Okay, there we go. We're going to walk over into here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, keeping the Zookas alive, hopefully. Now, what's going to happen here is Bullet's going to get grabbed. Either Bullet or a Heavy's going to get grabbed. It's going to be very ugly. And then we're going to watch as something absolutely stupid happens, I assume. Let's shock in here again. Heavy Zooka, not doing too badly. They're managing to grab my heavies instead of my Zookas, which is kind of nice. And down goes War Factory. So silly, ridiculous, but it always works. You're a maxed account. You can do silly things against War Factory. And that's it. That's all. A bunch of ways to hit War Factory. One of them terrible, like just awful, and 2 of them not bad. If you're going to use warriors, though, like I said, just use 2 attacks to barrage the shield gens and then go hit the core, and you'll have no difficulties at all. Anyways, that's it. That's all. I am zmoT. This was War Factory for March the 7th. Nothing else going on, I don't think. I shall talk to you tomorrow. We'll try to get something new and exciting and different for Friday, but tomorrow's invitation game, and otherwise, I'm zmoT. This is Boom Beach. As always, thanks for coming in and commenting and liking and sharing and all of that jibber jabber.